So this is our Milestone 4 video. So we start by being able to register a new user for an account. And if we fill in all these fields, we can register their account and they can use this email and the password they've created to log in. And now we can show that this works. And it will create a profile for the user where their account balance starts at 0 and they are given a unique user ID. Now we're going to log into one of our test accounts. And here, if we go to the orders page or their personal profile, we can scroll down and see that this is their user profile. It has their email, their user ID, and also an account balance that starts at 0. And we can deposit money into this account balance. And if we scroll down, we can see that that money has been deposited into their account, and we can also remove it. And this removes that amount from their balance. And now if we go to the home page, we can click a product name and also click on at any given seller. And once we click on this user, it shows their public user profile, which has their available products, their email, and also their seller reviews. And now if we go to the orders page, we can see the past place orders for any user, and the total price and when it was and what they ordered.
All right, so we're on the homepage, so you can click on the name of the product, and it brings up the product page where we can see all the product details. And then on the right, obviously, like she just mentioned, the sellers, every seller that's selling this product. Right now, they're all the same price, but there's different quantities, which you can add to cart as she showed. And then we have the reviews, which if you have not bought the product yet, you can't review it yet. And then we can see the reviews display on the right. And the review the product is a link that goes to the reviews page.
Yeah, so then we can go through the flow of adding to a cart and submitting an order. So let's add Dalton Fritz product to cart. And then you show your cart here. If there were more pages, you can click next page and it'll show the other items in your cart. We can go through and we could also remove from cart. So I'm going to remove one item from cart and we're left with just the product quantity of one with the unit price of 263.66 and total price of 263.66. And it also shows when it was last updated, which is now. If we want to submit an order, we can press this button, but as you can see, our balance is too small to process the order. So we're going to go back to our profile and we're going to add $300. And then if we go to our cart and we try submitting the order, we are now able to submit the order. So this goes directly to the order items of the given order. But if we back out into the general orders tab, we can see all of our past placed orders. And since there are more than 10 orders, we could go to the next page and see the additional orders that were placed. And then this tab also displays orders that were received. So this order was placed from user or it was placed by another user for one of our products, and we could either fulfill or mark as a missing item, and that'll update the fulfill status on the orders page here. And it also has pagination features. So now if we click into one of these orders, you can also message the user, which Annie will talk about.
Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys how to do the reviews and the messaging on our site. So if you click on product name, it'll take you to our product detail page, and you'll see a review section with the product's average rating and the number of ratings it's received. There's also a list of reviews left by other customers, and next to that is an option to write a review given that you've already purchased the item, which we have here. So you click on that and you can leave a review. with a rating, a comment, and then you can add a photo if you want to. And then you can't create another review for the same product, but you can come back and edit it. And you can also upvote or downvote someone else's review based on how helpful you found it. And then if we go back to our order and we just any order and you click on the seller name, it will bring you to their seller page. And you can only review a seller if you've actually bought something from them. And just like products, you can leave one review per seller, but you're free to edit your review later on. And then, yep, there it is. And then if you click on reviews at the very top, you can see reviews by any user. So you can just put their user ID in and it'll show you the 5 most recent reviews by default, but you can edit that. And then lastly, our messaging system. If you go back to an order, you can message a seller, and this message thread is private between the user and the seller, and messages are listed in chronological order, and old messages can't be edited or deleted. And so that's how that works.
So on the inventory page, logged in user can see their seller profile, which is a live status of their current inventory, which is shown at the bottom. And then they have the functionality to add products to their existing inventory, where they can enter the name of the product and they can enter the price and quantity as well. And they can specify a category that the product falls under, and then they can enter their description, and then finally just add that product, which will then resonate in their inventory profile at the bottom. And the inventory snapshot is dynamic such that it updates as their listings are sold, so quantity is decremented with a sale of their products, and then also it increases with an addition to an existing product.
Yeah, so now we're going to log into our other test account to show the success of the messaging features. So if we go to orders, you could see that the past placed order by test one was the order that had been in the past orders received for our other test user. And as you can see, we marked it fulfilled on that end and it shows fulfilled on this end. And then if we view the order, we could show that, the product that they fulfilled is fulfilled. And if we go to message seller, we'll have the messages received from the other test user.